Welcome to the Vinny Rock Podcast.
Much more than this, I did it my way.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Vincent Rocco Vargas. I get confused because I want to say Vinny Mac, but it's Vinny Mac Podcast. My name is Vincent Rocco Vargas. I'm here today with my man, Steven Rios, and I'll explain more to who Steven Rios is to me and how we met originally and now why he's here in the house that I grew up in, and we're having a podcast together, which is pretty wild, right?
That's pretty awesome being here in the house that you grew up in.
This is it, yeah.
That's wild.
Steve's a Drinkin Bro. Before we get to everything and explaining that, we're going to go ahead and just get with some of the sponsors, right? So currently right now, some of our sponsors are Carnivore Club. If you guys don't know what Carnivore Club, it's a monthly box. You probably heard about it on the Drinkin Bros podcast.
So meaty.
It's so meaty, right? It's a box of meat. And I'm telling you, what is more manlier than a box of meat before the holidays? I'm going to send my dad a box of sausages, and he might think it's weird.
But, I mean, the meat, Dad's going to eat
He's going to eat the meat. He's a man.
Eat the meat.
Yeah, he's not going to do anything inappropriate with the meat, you weirdos. All right, and then Carnivore Club, it's a subscription service. You can buy a monthly subscription to all the different kinds of meats. They get meats from all over the land. They put them in a box, and they send them to you. The guys who own the company are freaking super awesome, solid, and I appreciate them taking the time to reach out and jump on board with the podcast. Okay. So, pretty exciting. Besides that, we got Lisa Beds. Let me tell you this. You know what a Lisa bed is?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's one of those...
bed in a box.
Yeah.
Right? Dude, this thing showed up. I had helped the UPS lady get into the house. When I finally got to the house, my wife and kids are all helping us spread it apart and cut it open. It's an experience in itself to be able to cut this thing open and watch it fold into or turn into a full-size bed.
It was one of the ones that's rolled up.
It's
right?
rolled up. Yeah. And so when I cut it, it just flopped open, and you see it it's like it's gasping for air, like a brand new baby. It just goes
breathing life into it.
Yes. And when I say Lisa Beds, it is LEESA, Lisa Beds. You can mail order your bed, perfect for you. And being completely straight up, dude, I have back issues, and while sleeping on this bed, I have slept better. My back has gotten better. It's not completely. So I'm more of a firm bed person. Mm-hmm. And this is kind of the in-between, not super soft, not so firm where it's uncomfortable. Honestly is the most comfortable bed I've ever had in my life.
I've seen the commercials, and I always wondered, is it really that good?
Everyone does it. Everyone's like, come on, man, how good can a fucking mattress in a box be?
I kind of want to take them up on that risk-free trial.
Dude, I'm serious when I say I believe in these. I don't think I'll ever buy another bed again. I'm actually kind of talking to them right now and seeing if I get more beds for the kids. Right?
Make it a family thing.
That's it. It's a family thing. You can use the promo code VinnyRock, VINNYROC. I believe it's 10% off it, or something like that. But if you're interested in buying a bed, hit me up, and I'll send you the promo codes and make sure you have it. What else is there? Willie Pete's Chocolate. Willie Pete's Chocolate is a veteran-owned company. What he does is make some chocolate out of the bare necessities that he creates out of his own house. This guy grows peppers. I'm talking all kinds of peppers, from your regular basic jalapenos to the Reaper pepper. Have you ever heard of the Reaper pepper?
Oh.
That's like one of the hottest freaking peppers out there. Yeah, and so he has all these chocolates, and if you've never blended the chocolate and spiciness together, it's one of the best mixes. It's almost like the sweet and sour, right? Yeah. Willie Pete's Chocolate is veteran owned. Check it out. They're on Instagram. I highly recommend the chocolate. There's one in there. Man, what is it called? Black Ops, I believe it's called, and that's the one that's going to have coffee in it. It actually has Black Rifle coffee.
Made with Black Rifle coffee?
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that rad?
I'm going to try it.
That's what I'm saying. So there's some really cool things about that company. I'm really proud of that. He's one of the sponsors here. We have Warfighter Tobacco. You guys already know Warfighter Tobacco. I'm excited for the new blends to come out. They should be, man, because of the hurricane and everything else, we've had problems with transporting them here in country. Once that's resolved, I promise you, these will be the best version of Warfighter Tobacco cigars you have ever had. I think this is going to change the game for us. Very proud of what this is. Some of the guys are going to be going down and getting the blend done for the Rocco cigar. Oh. This is going to be a big as fuck cigar. It really is. Do you smoke cigars at all?
Big as fuck, yes.
You already know big as fuck, right?
Yes.
It's kind of my tagline, right? My wife hates when I say that.
But it works.
It works, right?
It works.
I'm trying to get that line written into the script on the show that I'm working on. I don't think it's gonna work.
They'll probably have you say it in Spanish or something.
Yeah, dude. Well, we don't even want to get into my Spanish translation right now. I've texted like 20 people. I even posted on Snapchat like I need someone to help me translate something because like I want to make sure I'm doing it justice. Mm-hmm. And so that is what it is. Also, you got you got Rockwell watches. I'm sponsored by Rockwell watches. They have some amazing watches. I'm actually working on trying to get a gift for the director of the Mayans MC right now because he's a avid watch collector. The guys there at Rockwell are amazing dudes. They've just supported me the whole way. They have some great watches from athletic to more classy looking. Your stainless steel.
Kind of like that timeless watch look.
Right, exactly, and they're beautiful.
No pun intended.
Yeah, exactly. I like it. I believe there's a promo code there as well. If you're interested, hit me up. I'll give you the promo code. I believe it's VinnyRock20 for 20% off. If that doesn't work, let me know. There's so many other sponsors. I mean, Lead Singers Whiskey is always going to be a sponsor of mine. Article 15 Clothing. We got some new shirts out there for November and December potentially coming up. You got Christmas happening. Use a promo code ROCCO ROCCO, and I believe that's going to be a 10% off. It's a little something.
Get the kids a nice T-shirt.
Get the kids a nice
Something
T-shirt
to wear at school.
Yeah. Oh, and in Warfighter Tobacco, the promo code for that is Vinny Rock as well, and that's going to be, I believe, 11% off. Why 11? Why the fuck not?
What?
Why the fuck not? I don't know. Just confuse the shit out of you. That's all it's for. All right, man. There's so many things going on, and I'm excited to be doing this podcast. I brought everything with me to LA, so obviously the audio is going to be slightly off because we're in the kitchen of my sister's now house. Used to be the house that I grew up in, my parents owned, and it's exciting to be doing this. I had some time before I have to head on set, and so I decided to make a post on the all-famous Drinkin Bros community. Right? And if people that are not listening, they probably don't understand the difference between the Drinkin Bros community and the Drinkin Bros podcast. So let me explain that real quick, right? The Drinkin Bros podcast is a podcast that me, Matt, Jared, and Ross Patterson started. Very successful. It's still ongoing. I had to step away from that for a little bit because of the fact that just my schedule alone just wasn't permitting. And plus the stuff that I'm trying to do in the mainstream media world, I had to kind of keep my nose a little bit cleaner, right? And you know how it is. Those Drinkin Bros podcast
you did back in the day.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And Drinkin Bros podcast is so fun. It was the most fun that I've done in my career as in the entertainment world because you're sitting there with your boys, drinking a beer and bullshitting. And there's nothing more relaxing and chilling. Yeah. I think we all need that, right?
It's a good outlet.
Exactly.
I mean, the only difference between Drinkin Bros podcast and everybody else is you guys actually have a show.
We have a little platform,
mics.
right? That's all it was. We have a platform to do what we do, but it's the same conversation that me and you would be having as well.
Yeah.
And so that's what's cool about it. I love the Drinkin Bros podcast. I hope to jump on there here soon when I have more time and it permits. I should be sometime in December. I'll probably hop on a few episodes. I have not completely walked away from there, right? I just told them like, look, I'm not going to be here. There's no reason to have my face on there.
Like a leave of absence.
It's more like I'm still associated and a partner with, but I can't put my face on that if I'm never on the fucking show, right? I feel bad. It's just not right. So that's why I started the Vinny Rock podcast. I can take this with me and travel and interview some of the most interesting people that I've ever met in my life and just the relationships I've made, right? And so the difference between the podcast and the community, the Drinkin Bros community is this amazing universe of a place for like-minded individuals, your patriots, your drinkers, your social drinkers, just people that are cool as fuck, man. Now we always have turds in there too. There's always there's always one or two
onesies, twosies.
Right, but the group, the community itself is a great thing. And with that being said, the Drinkin Bros community is how me and Steve got together, right? We met. I was down here a few months ago, and I was gonna go watch my former college baseball team play. And I hit up some Drinkin Bros, like, hey, anybody want to grab some beers with me and watch a game? And boom, Steve and one other fella came with us. I believe his name was Matt. Came with us, and we got some beers.
Yeah.
We had to be a little low pro about it. Just sneaking them in the parking lot, drinking them, and heading back to the game. We had a good time.
Smoking behind the bleachers.
That's what it felt like, right? All shady and shit.
Like, oh, man.
Yeah, but he rode his motorcycle, so that started the conversation about, like, I need to start learning how to ride and everything else. And so now here we are. I had a few hours to spare, and I wanted to get a podcast with one of the local Drinkin Bros in the area, man. And Steve, thanks for being here, man.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Obviously, you're here in the San Fernando Valley area, right? Is this where you're from originally?
I'm actually from the Northeast LA area originally, but you know, to me, anywhere that's considered LA, it's
That's
close
home.
to me.
Yeah, that's home.
So
Yeah.
especially being, you know, mobile on a bike,
Dude.
traffic's not much of a problem unless you're speeding.
Yeah, well, that happened apparently today a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Steve got himself out of a ticket, which is great, man. I would have felt terribly bad that you were getting a ticket coming to see me.
See, that's my thing is I keep my driver's license behind my military ID, so when I open it up, they're like, oh,
The whole, oops,
yeah,
my bad.
That's do my dog tags there.
That's super funny. I used to leave a Border Patrol uniform in the back just in case, you know what I mean? And I always answer in like 10 code or like, roger that, yeah, 10-4. And they're like, whoa, did you just say a 10-4? I was like, yeah, I did. Like, are you military? I was like, oh, I'm military and law enforcement at the time, you know? And like, it got me out of a lot of fucking
the
tickets.
best of both was like Hannah Montana.
Yeah, dude. Dude, that's a funny reference, dude, because my daughter's a huge Hannah Montana fan, or was, right, when it was big.
Yeah.
I've gotten out of a few tickets recently because they recognized I'm Rocco.
Yeah.
And which is like the weirdest thing, right? Like I'm just like, my kids are like, what just happened? My kids still don't kind of understand.
They don't grasp the concept that Dad's famous.
Dad's starting to be a well-known fucking weirdo, right? And so I think it's new for me still, and so the kids, my oldest daughter thinks it's fucking awesome. I'm just like, oh, that worked for me this time, you know what I mean? Dude, here's a crazy story. I don't even know if I've said this. I don't know if I've said this on a podcast yet, but I'm going to say it now. So I was doing in Glendale, which you just came from Glendale, right? I was in Glendale doing the Harley Davidson motorcycle class. Mm-hmm. And they're pretty fucking strict, dude. If you're 5 minutes late, they'll kick you out of the course and you're done. Yeah. Right? And so I'm doing everything I can to be on time. I'm still not familiar with the traffic times anymore because I don't live here anymore. Mm-hmm. And so I'm showing up super fucking early. I'm like 45 minutes early to everything, right? Just in case.
You got to be prior.
Well, that 45 minutes will save your ass if there is some bullshit going down, right? And so I'm 45 minutes early. This is the second day of the class of the writing portion. So I'm already on the Sunday. I'm finishing it up that day. And it's class starts at 6:30. The time is 6:15. I get a call from one of my other co-hosts, co-partners, or co-actors on the show, The Mayans MC. Mm-hmm. And he got pulled over, dude. And he's like, bro, I'm about to be late. And I already know he's going to get kicked out of the course if he's late. And so I tell the instructor, I'm like, look, man, homeboy's just down the street. He's a block away. I actually can see the fucking police lights, bro. And I'm like, oh, shit, dog. Like, leave the fucking car. Run over here, right? But he has a little bit of a background that made the cops uncomfortable. So he obviously called for backup. Mm-hmm. And then they started doing kind of a search of the car, a visual search of the car, if you will. And nothing wrong with that. I believe if me as a law enforcement officer in law enforcement background, if you're pulling someone over for a reason, and he had a justified reason for that, and then you pull the history of the person in the car, and it raises a little bit of flags, you as a law enforcement officer are going to be...
You want to be taking precautions.
Correct. I agree. And so I see both sides of this, right? And so... I understood why he pulled him over, but my boy's calling me like, bro, I need you to get over here. And I'm like, dude, I can't leave the class, right? I'm about to get kicked out this motherfucker. And I was about to start riding a motorcycle 2 days later for the show. Yeah. So I'm like, bro, I can't. He goes, dog, I need you to get here. And it's that kind of that homie fucking moment where you're like, look, am I a good friend? Am I going to ruin my fucking life over, like, career over not going? So I did the fucking bonehead move, but also the road dog move. I fucking went over there. So I put my phone in my pocket and ran over there, dog. Mm-hmm. Right? And that's how close it was. I saw the lights, so I just ran over there. Yeah. As I'm running over there, I start thinking, like, here's a big-ass motherfucker running towards the cops. Not the smartest answer. Dude. So then I slowed down and put my hands up, right? And the cop looks at me like, one cop looked at me that doesn't really know who the fuck I am. It's just kind of like, you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm here with him. They're like, oh, the other cop gets out of the car because he has his flashlight kind of looking around, gets out of the car and goes, holy shit, Rocco. Bro. I was like, yeah, hey.
You're like, yeah, man. It's
me. Yeah, what's up?
In the flesh.
Yeah, he's like, do you know this guy? I was like, yeah, dude, we're actors together. We're taking a course. You know, do your thing, bro, but we need to get there within the next, 10 minutes or else we're going to get kicked out of the course. He goes, no worries, bro. Let me finish up in here. If he's clear, we'll be there. Sounds good. I told my boy, I was like, you good? And he goes, yeah. So I ran back. As I'm running back, my boy jumped in his car. I guess came pick me up, and we went to the fucking...
The rest of the block.
Right. And so I was like, holy shit, like, what a weird scenario. That it gets better. The cops pull up and ask for pictures, which I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, because I'm always about showing love to my fucking police officers. You know what I'm saying? So I took some pictures with the dude. We talked and bullshit a little bit, and he was like pretty excited about the project. And you know, it's funny. And my partner was kind of like, you know, I think I get both sides of it. Nobody likes to get pulled over and hassled by the cops, but at the same time, if it's a justified stop, I don't think anyone knows both sides of the fence as well as I do, because I kind of lived both sides of the fence. I wouldn't even say the bad side of the fence, but yeah, I get it, right?
You were on the fence.
Right, yeah. I stood on the fence for a while. And so it was like, I tried to explain to my boy, like, look, he goes, man, he called back. And I was like, yeah, well, that's kind of what I would do too, right? In that scenario, it's one of those things. You just, you do your job, you do the best you can. But I think once the guy saw that I'm there and I'm kind of vouching for him, it was kind of a little bit of like, okay, I can back off, I can relax. Let me finish my job up. All right. And so the cop did his job. We did our job by getting back to the course on time, and we got to finish the course.
Nice.
It's fucking rad, but weird as fuck, right? That's one of those. If I wasn't Rocco, right? If I'm just a dude running up, I might have got shot, right? The guy.
Wait, the big Mexican won't go down.
Oh my god, that was just a crazy thing. So yes, you just got pulled over in your motorcycle. How did you get out of that one?
Well, I mean, not every time. It doesn't happen.
So you just you know.
Yeah, I always do the smart move. Take my helmet off.
You know,
keys.
Just do the right thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny, man. Like
calm. I'm not like oh, you know, what the hell did you pull me over for?
That's like the most realistic thing. Like if you get pulled over by the fucking cops, here's the deal, right? I mean, I didn't even think we were gonna get onto this, but we'll get onto it. And you're an asshole. Mm-hmm. What do you think's gonna fucking happen?
Dude, they're gonna throw anything at you. Like, they won't even give you like a warning. Like
if you're making their job harder, they're gonna have to. If you escalate force, they escalate force, right? If you escalate your fucking demeanor, I'm gonna posture up too, right? As a law enforcement officer, I got to protect myself, and you walk up to every situation you walk up to is the scariest fucking situation, right? Like anytime you pull anyone over, have you seen how many of those videos have you seen the guys pulling the guns out of like you don't even see it, and all of a sudden boom, dog, scariest scenario ever. Like that is the scariest part of any man's job as a law enforcement officer. You already know you're public enemy number one. Why? I have no fucking clue, but it's turned into that, right? Like everyone loves a firefighter, and the cops, everyone's like, fuck the cops. Like what the fuck? I don't know how it turned to that so bad.
It's a lot of the I want to say the social justice warriors. They see one side videos.
I know, dude.
You know,
it's part of how social media has made things harder for military and law enforcement, right? It's like you don't know the whole story. Right, and people only post half the story just to get a rise out of it.
Otherwise, they get like the whole thing, and then they edit out just to make their like narrative.
They want their narrative to be word.
Yeah,
crazy, man. Either way, I respect what law enforcement officers do. I know part of that job is especially pulling people over is one of these scariest things, and you always want to do right. You always want to. I mean, shit, man. These people decided to live a life of trying to protect and serve, you know, and are there turds sometimes? Dude, in every job you have, there's you know, I was in the Ranger Battalion.
The military.
There's one or two turds there too, right? You know what I mean? Like it's just it's the odds and the numbers, dude.
Yeah.
There's always a dick in the room, right?
For every, you know, good person.
Yeah, for every 20, 30 good dudes, there's one fucking turd. There's that one asshole.
That's the one guy that messes it up for everybody.
I know. Fuck, man. Crazy shit. So tell me, man, you served active duty for a while?
Yes.
How many years was that?
4. And I served active as a 91 Lima.
What is that?
Engineering equipment mechanic.
Nice. And did you ever have to serve any time overseas?
Yeah.
With Iraq or Afghanistan?
No, I was in Korea.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, that's a fucking that's the life.
It was fun.
I was terrified to go to Korea because at the time, you know, I had my kids and stuff, and I didn't want to be gone. Is it true that they don't allow family members still to go there? Right?
No, they do.
They do.
Yeah. Family housing it's like freaking Trump Towers. It's big skyscrapers on posts.
Are you kidding me? You can have your family in Korea?
Just a couple of weeks ago, I believe they were doing their yearly evacuation like
like
drills.
Practice, right?
So they'll have like families with their go bags and they load them up on
shit, just in case fucking North Korea goes off the hook.
Yeah.
Doug, how scary is it about being that close to North Korea?
It was. I didn't take it serious, to be honest.
Was there anything at any point kind of a weird, edgy place to be?
Yeah. Area 1.
Area 1,
like along the DMZ.
This isn't OPSEC, right? This isn't stuff we shouldn't talk about, right?
Nah.
Okay, so all up in the DMZ is a little scary.
Yeah, because the way they have it, it's like, you know, the further away, Less you got to worry about it.
Yeah.
If you're stationed up in Area 1, then
Dude,
you get
in
like a
all
little bit-
actuality, if a fucking bomb drops, you're all fucked because you're so goddamn close to North Korea. All right?
I mean, I would think so because it's like, it's not that big of a place.
Yeah.
But, man, I remember we were going from Camp Humphreys down to like Busan, which is the southern area of South Korea. And, I want to say it maybe took, I don't know, I can't remember. This was like 2013.
Yeah.
Maybe about like 6 hours.
Yeah.
And that's like going the traffic speeds.
6 hours, huh?
Yeah.
So let me ask you, man, do you like the food?
I before I went, hated any food that wasn't pizza, French fries, or chicken strips. I shit you not. And I learned how to eat.
You learned how to use chopsticks?
Oh yeah. I still have a little bit of trouble. And I'm just, like, I'll do it from time to time when I want to like impress my girlfriend. But
yeah, well, that's the thing, dude. So I used to growing up here in the San Fernando Valley. There's Koreans everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of my friends growing up were Korean, and so I learned some of the Korean food was like kimbap.
Mm-hmm.
Kimbap is one of those, and then what else? There's soju is the drink.
Oh,
right?
soju.
That's the one that'll fuck your world up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What else, man? There's a couple. There's not kimbap. Let's see. What's the one with the? It's like cabbage.
Oh, kimchi.
Kimchi. Well, dude, that stuff is everywhere.
It's like pomegranate. Once it gets on your white shirt, it's there forever. I shit you not.
I've never heard kimchi described as like pomegranate. I know. You know what's funny? Pomegranate. I had a pomegranate tree in the backyard as a kid, and that motherfucker stained a lot of shirts for years, man. Fuck, dude.
And mom's just sitting there getting pissed off. Like, shit, I was there because I was thinking, like, what the hell? And I would have my mom send me care packages of like tajin and this. So I'd go
just Mexican shit.
All over the place. I was like, wait, I get tajin all over my white shirt, and I was like, no, that's kimchi.
Kimchi will fuck up your world.
Oh yeah,
worse than pomegranates. That's so funny,
worse
dude.
than it ever will.
Damn. So you did your 4 years. Now you're in the reserves currently. Oh no, you're in National Guard now.
Yeah. Now I reclassed doing infantry now. But
no, you didn't. Did you?
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, why would you do that if you were, you were a mechanic?
Well, I mean, you spend a lot of your years in the military, and you're watching a lot of guys doing the combat ops thing, and the training looks fun. Like it's not for everyone, right? But dude, some people just want that lifestyle. They want to go in there and shoot the guns. They want to learn about the big guns. They want to run in a patrol, and that shit's a cool life, dude.
I wanted to try something different. That's why I was like, okay, I wanted to be be a crew chief on a helicopter because for a while I was doing Blackhawks.
Yeah.
Very briefly.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, well,
There you go. So now you're doing infantry, and what's your current rank, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, still PFC.
PFC. Okay,
Yeah.
You get in trouble?
Yeah.
Two-time. I'm a two-time.
Army stuff.
Yeah, I'm a two-time PFC. No big deal.
Looking to get my Spec 4 back.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see.
Working on it.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, if I could have lost my sergeant first class, I probably would have. The past 2 years of my military career has been pretty fucking shank, dude. Like, just been so busy. I've been RSTing. Anyone that don't know what RST is, like, I'm pretty much making up my time working at a different unit. But eventually I have to show up, and it's just been hard, man.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, I'm burping.
I hear that so much. Is like a lot of my sergeant first classes, they'll say, oh, man, if I could be a staff sergeant right now, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
It's crazy because like how much more they expect of me is insane. I'm trying
It's almost like the standards are a little bit raised.
Dog, I can't go first sergeant because I know how busy that's going to be. They want me to go to SLC, so I need to go to SLC, which is Senior Leadership Course. It's an NCO development course. It's a non-commissioned officer development course for leaderships, right? I need to pass that course. It's like a 2-month course for me. Bro, I don't have 2 months free, right? Like, I don't want to spend 2 months away from my family.
Could I do it like...
Right. Hey, do you got one online? Do you got an online course for that?
They should. Everything's online now.
So I don't go... I haven't got my E8 because of that, which is perfectly fine. I know my place. I don't really have the time to dedicate the right way. I'm actually thinking about either getting out or finding a unit that would use me a little bit better than what I can. Like, I feel like I would much rather be... Or I would be better to the military currently at this point by public speaking, traveling and motivating, or retention, somewhere in that field.
Yeah.
So again, some people argue that I'm full of shit and fucking I can't be using my fame to fucking get out of shit. But I'm like, I'm not really that famous, but I still think that there's a good story to tell.
Yeah. I mean, you're really good at public speaking.
Right.
So
I think it would be great. But again, if I don't find a spot for me, well, then I'm probably going to have to just get out and walk away. But a 15-year career, well done. I got in trouble very, very, very few times compared to how many times I did well. So I'll be proud of that either way,
Yeah.
And you're in the infantry. So you ever think about going to Ranger School?
I wanted to.
If there's an opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, that's a fucking beast of a school.
If like a few of my LTs there, one of them, that dude's like the standard.
Some of those dudes are fucking monsters. Like my buddy from Ranger Battalion, his name is Jonathan Swires. Me and him were privates together. We were on a Gustav team together, on a Gustav squad. What a fucking stud. Me and him ran a half Ironman together. I mean, this guy is a solid, and he's still in like, I'm not in Ironman shape anymore, man. I'm more like fucking like the overweight fucking slow Ironman, right? But this dude is
Aluminum Man.
Yeah, no. What's heavier? What's heavier than Steel Man? Or no, it's whatever the fuck. I'm really fucking heavy right now. I'm like the Tin Man. I need a little bit of oil in the joints. You know what I mean? To get me moving. Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. And
the oil's not working. Just fill it up with some kind of liquor.
Put some beer in it. We'll be all right.
We'll call it a day.
Beer and tacos might rust a little bit, but we'll be all right. Dude, when I say that, my knees hurt, my ankle hurts. Like, I'm on set and I feel like every day something's hurting. I'm like, what a punk I am right now. Like, I used to be a stud. So my buddy is Swires. He's now an officer. And he went the officer route. He went to the reserves and went to the officer route. And the fucking dude is a stud. Like, he's one of those guys that, like, you just hate to watch because he's just good at everything. Good at everything, dude. And like, you motherfucker, bro. Like, how? He's great. You know what I mean? He looks like a military version of Ryan Gosling, right? So he's good looking too. I'm like,
Mr. Perfection.
He's got 6 abs. Like, what the fuck, bro? How do you have 2 kids and still have abs, man? I'm pretty jealous about that. But it's one of my boys though. But it's a ranger turned officer, which to me is like such a scary compound. Like, you put that together, you're talking a guy that was in the infantry, a solid ass dude, and then he goes into the to reserves or National Guard, and now he's like fuck, that's a force to be reckoned with, dude.
Especially if someone doesn't know where he came from, they're like, oh, some shithead.
Yeah, and then he goes and runs into the fucking ground.
Exactly. Oh my god.
So either way, man, it's cool that you're doing infantry. Let me know this. What is the one school, besides Ranger School, what is the other military school that you would love to go to?
Sapper school.
Sapper? Why Sapper? I'm interested to know, because you're an engineer guy from background, so that's why that's probably appeals to you more.
Yeah. Just blowing shit up.
You know what fucking pisses me off about engineers, dude? Fucking engineers. I went to BNOC, and they call it PLDC, right? Mm-hmm. It's pretty much to get your E5.
Yeah.
Right? Your sergeant.
Or was it WLC?
WLC.
Yeah.
That's what it is. WLC. You're right, dude. I think it just went more. Now who the fuck knows what it's called now?
I think they did away with that back in like 2014.
Oh god, I'm aging myself right now. Fuck. So either way,
I remember that.
I was there, and this fucking engineers, like the combat engineers, they fucking hated us Rangers, right? There's this fucking, it's like us in cavalry. That cavalry says they're infantry, and you're like, fuck off, dude, you're cavalry, right? And it's this
your little cowboy hat.
It's this internal fucking feud you got going on in the military, right? Well, one of the biggest ones is the fucking engineers, because you know what they say? They say engineers lead the way. Engineers lead the way. That is like the biggest fucking heartburn fucking concept, like or comment that anyone could tell me, because obviously the armies we have in the Army Rangers motto is Rangers lead the way. And so when a combat engineer goes, hey man, fucking engineers lead the way, it's like, fuck you, bitch, fighting words, right?
I mean, they should change it to engineers clear the route.
There you go. Engineers blow shit up.
Don't worry, we'll take the first blow.
But either way, so when I hear that, like, an engineers, I'm like, you motherfuckers. I've always wanted to go to Sapper School. I've heard it's a very challenging school. They say it's a miniature version of Ranger School. And let's be honest, a lot of the military schools are very similar based on each other. Mm-hmm. It's a similar concept. You got your stressors, whether it's sleep, whether it's heavy weight, whatever the case it may be. And then you have your testing, evaluating portions. Mm-hmm. Combat engineers is cool because they do a lot of route clearance. They do deal a lot with explosives, mainly with anything you can think of with det cord. They can pretty much fucking make it happen, which is cool. which is cool. My experience with demolition was breacher course. So I did some breacher course up in Afghanistan. Done a little bit of breaching here or there. That's my experience with blowing shit up. And that's the more the blowing up shit that I enjoy, right? Watching some of my boys on the team that were master breachers blow shit up was fucking exciting, and that's the cool shit that I'm into. That's more dealing with fucking C4 it's with your big breachers, right? Or you got your fucking C2 data sheet. You know, all this crazy cool shit, right? That's my favorite, man. So if I had a chance to go to a military school, number one, SEER school. SEER school was like what? I don't know, search, escape, evade, or something. Whatever the fuck.
Survive.
Whatever it means is those dudes get their fucking asses handed to them. They're treated like prisoners of war.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and they gotta fucking I guess just get through it, right? Because
they learn some pretty neat tricks.
Cool tricks, right? And so a lot of that stuff is like not supposed to be talked about either way. It's one of those courses that I've always wanted. I'm all about testing myself, and that is one of those. To me, is like that's the test. To sit there and get beaten or treated like a prisoner of war, like that sounds hard.
Because don't get me wrong, like I've met quite a few people who they said airborne was the most challenging thing that they've done to test themselves
mentally. That I can see that
a lot of people are afraid of heights. And that's,
I can see that
you overcame your fear. That's cool.
Yeah,
but that's one of the things I was actually gonna bring that up was SEER is. That tests a person like you could find your breaking point right there,
bro.
And pretty much lose your damn mind.
That's the thing is like I think
what I've heard.
Yeah, that's one of those things I want to test. I've always wanted to test that. Like I've always wanted to know where my breaking point is. Like where's my no? Where's my I quit? Right? Where's my I give up?
That's it.
I've gotten close in the Borstar selection, and that was because I had a knee injury, and it wasn't a knee injury. Essentially, it was man, I can't even explain. A bursa sac. I say bursa sac. I don't fucking know. Like a swollen knee. Maybe like a tendonitis. I know it was retaining a lot of fluid. It was fucking painful to run. It was to the point of painful where I was falling out. I was, emotional, dude. Like fucking bad. And I started telling myself, like, dude, it's not worth it. Your knee's going to be fucked up for the rest of your life. Like, it started really just fucking with my own head. And then I finally was like, I got out of it. Like I somehow those demons got away, and I started telling myself like, fuck it. If this thing blows up, at least you got a really good excuse because you're getting a knee surgery, And so that's when I didn't say I didn't quit, but I've always thought about like, man, could I get through SEER school? Could I get through something like that? That's the kind of training that fucking thrills me, dude. It's just like, push me, man. There's another course called Lancero School. It's like a long version of fucking range school. I believe it's Colombian Ranger School version of it, and that's another. It's like a 6-month course. If I'm right, it's called Lancero School, I believe.
But is that the one where they have like a bunch of like different nations, like elite go? And...
From what I remember, and this is coming from like a long time ago, someone telling me this, it's a school that it's like a ranger school in Colombia, but it's like a 6-month duration, and no shit, you're patrolling with live ammo, like. You're in the shit, dog, where potentially you might have to use your shit. And this is what I'm remembering, and I could be completely wrong. And any of you guys that are listening, if you know what I'm talking about, please send me an email or shoot me a message on that. But, dude, something like that sounds fucking rad, right?
Yeah. They have you doing, like, your training when the cartels are around. They're like, oh, yeah, watch out for them because they're not using paint rounds over there.
This shit might go down, bro.
It stings a little bit.
Dude, fucking rad. I've been to a couple other courses, in my life and just training and all the weird shit that I've done. One of the most interesting ones I've been to was the special operations for the prison system. You get hit with tear gas fucking daily. Pepper spray, pepper fucking balls. Like, it's just a fucking wreck, dude. I remember they put me in the room, and I've already experienced, your first, in basic training, your first experience with fucking CS gases.
My eyes are open and my arms are flapping.
Bro. So let me tell you my story. The first day. So I didn't tell the military I'm just incriminating myself right now.
I know what you're talking about.
I was nervous about my breathing.
Yes.
And so we're in the
I already know where you're going with this.
So I'm nervous already as fuck. I'm thinking like I'm seeing dudes go in there. We start getting there. We're lined up, and I'm watching them cook off the fucking the CS, and I'm seeing the smoke. I'm like, whoa, dude, is it supposed to be that thick? So you start doubting everything right now. Like, okay, I can die right now. Maybe I should just I'm good. I'm done. Like, I'm thinking about like running out of there.
Check, please.
Yeah, check, please. And so then all of a sudden they tell us to take our masks off. And the first big inhale I did, I knew it. I was like, I'm fucked. The CS gas tends to make you choke, right? So it was like a choking hazard right away. I felt like it burned. It was fire. The back of my neck was on fire because CS gas essentially is like it attracts to the moisture. Mm-hmm. The moisture on the sweat in the back of your neck. Your eyes are burning. Like, everything's fucked.
Oh, they had us shave. They're like, we have an inspection.
Oh,
shave everything.
Fuck. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, I was drinking my beer. And so then, no shit. We took off our masks. I started choking, right? And the drill sergeants don't let you just leave the fucking room. Well, my big ass pushed right through the motherfucking door. And I'm like, nope, I'm out. And I shoved the drill sergeant out the way. And he's like, hey, motherfucker. And I went out, dude. And I was like, oh. And I had snot going from like my nose to my ear. I mean, shit's just fucking miserable. And so then they made me go out and do it again, bro. So after everyone's out of this motherfucker, I had to do it again. And I'm like, great. If I didn't die the first time, of course I'm dying the second time. And somehow I got through it. So like, it's just a shitty feeling. But then once you're out of it, 10 minutes later, it's like you're good to go. Mm-hmm. So now, fucking fast forward to the prison. I'm in. There's a like a storage unit, and they fill that motherfucker up. I swear to you, it was not authorized how much fucking CS gas was put in that room. If anyone doesn't understand, there's actually a ratio. It's an oxygen displacer. Understanding that, it will destroy any oxygen in the room, and you can die in this motherfucker. There's an actual lethal dose. I don't think they knew that shit.
Those borderline lethal.
Bro, I swear to you. So they put a guy down in there. They put a corrections officer down in there. He has his mask on, so he's fine. Yeah. He's probably burning in his hands or whatnot, right? But he's generally good. You go in there with a partner, and you snatch this dude up, and you pull him out. I mean, it's a quick snatch and grab. It's so fucking thick, bro. I can't see my hand in front of my fucking face. Like, it's thick, right? When I got in there to grab him, I didn't even see what the exit was. I just knew the direction it was. I grabbed this fucking dude myself, and me and my boy said, go. And I started running. I about ripped half the door off because I'm just running I'm running as fast as I can, and I threw this dude out the fucking door. My shoulder hits the door, and it peels it almost open, like almost tears it like a can. Like a tuna can opening up. Accident. I fucked up the door, bro, because I was scared. Out of my fucking mind, dude.
Jesus.
It was fucking terrifying. But, like, after I get out, I'm like, I'm good. Like, I know the feeling, right? You know, it's all good. But that's some of the fucking, like, stressful ass training I've done is because, like, dude, you want to take my breath away, motherfucker.
No, they look at you, they're like, Vargas, you did good. Go in with him.
Fuck.
See what you get for overachieving?
Take my breath away. It's all I heard. It's all I heard in my head. Holy fuck, man. Some of the training out there. Well, that's cool, dude. I didn't know you were an infantry guy now, so that's good, man. Is there a chance that you could be getting deployed?
They say that, but
right now it looks like op tempo's picking up.
Just a couple weeks ago, they actually activated us to go help out with the fires up north.
Oh, nice. What do you guys do?
Well, they had everybody go up.
You're pretty much doing bitch work, right? Like anything you can do to help.
Yeah.
Right? Like if they need you to carry water here, if they need you to do something, like you're just task oriented now.
Yeah, they called everyone to go up there, and we're like, dude, we don't have any training and fighting fires. They're like, no, we're gonna pull security on the houses that are still up, so no one loots. Okay, cool.
Do you guys have weapons?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
that's
they were like,
scary, dog.
And we're there. We're
Jade Helm. Jade Helm.
Get your tinfoil hats and everything. and with me, I'm amped because we're a mounted unit.
Yeah. Oh, so
dope. Our line unit actually got flown up.
So you guys are in
Humvees.
Humvees. That's dope.
And
you a top gunner?
Cool. No, I'm driver.
Dope, dude.
So I was like, sweet. A year ago, I got into a motorcycle accident coming back from Phoenix. A guy hit me on the freeway.
Holy shit.
My right ankle shattered. And
wow.
So, we're going up and we're loading everything into the Humvees, and they're like, hey, Rios, you're not going. I was like, wait, what?
Why?
Yeah, they said you're injured, so you can't go. And I was like, wait, I went to AT in Louisiana. I was completely fine to go to that, but I can't go to this? Whatever, I'm not going to fight it. I'm going home. Went to Wingstop right after, left.
They sent you home.
Yeah. So I didn't get to go. Fuck. And all my friends, my girlfriend surprised me. She's like, oh, we're going to go to the USC game. And my friends are watching my Snapchat. Like, oh, it must be nice to go. I go, yeah, it must be nice to make a couple $100 a day doing nothing.
Well, yeah. And so this I can hear you. And then, you know what's funny is like you go there. The activation of a National Guard unit is really for precautionary reasons.
Yeah.
It's really just
worst case scenario.
Worst case, if we need you, you're there, right? Or else, by the time they need you, it's too late to activate, right? And so,
especially going up there, I think it took like 12 hours to get up there because it was Sonoma County.
Dude, Northern California got fucking fucked up. It's sad, dude. It's sad to see. Fires are crazy, and especially when it's hitting an area that you really never really expect to be like that. It just destroyed the fucking place.
wine industry, especially in California,
got hit.
Took a huge hit. Dude,
I had a good opportunity to stay at a hotel in Napa Valley, and it was beautiful, dude. One of those showers where you just look upon the orchards, and you're fucking showering butt naked to the land, and you're just like, dude, this is great.
But just stand there.
Yeah, you stand there just proud, hoping no one took a shot, no one took a picture of that weird moment.
look at this field of grapes, and look at these grapes.
my best David pose, whatever, the statue of David. Oh man. So that brings you to what we were talking about earlier is so now currently, how hard is it to find a job? You are a veteran. Mm-hmm. You know, you have an experience with when it comes to like mechanics and everything like that. Is it really a challenge to find a job?
In my personal experience, it has been because I tried applying for Caltrans.
Yeah.
And some other, I forgot where it was. It was somewhere out in Montebello.
You're looking for something in the field that you're comfortable with, right? And
they told me that my experience wouldn't work because they need a certificate in the civilian sector.
Yeah, which is tough.
And I kind of understand because a little bit of corners may be cut, but I was sitting here thinking like, okay, I've done this working on, heavy diesel engines, Caterpillar, big, known ones.
The big,
and they're saying I need an actual civilian certificate.
That's frustrating.
And so it's very frustrating.
So if you had the dream job right now, in the position you're in right now, with the education that you do have, what is the dream job for you?
I would honestly like to get into something along either still in mechanics, either aviation or motorcycles.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Have you looked into that school? They have those motorcycle schools?
Yeah. Phoenix has a good one. And
in Phoenix, Arizona?
Yeah.
My cousin went to that, I believe, dude. The Harley Davidson?
Yes.
Yep. My cousin went to that one. So you think about doing that sometimes?
Want to use the GI Bill to do that. My girlfriend's like, oh, she wants to transfer out to Arizona.
Oh, she does?
To a college out there. And I was like, might work,
Dude, that'd be great.
Hell yeah.
Dude, use up those damn freaking your benefits.
Yeah.
I was just talking to a buddy today. He does VA home loans, and we started a page called VA Home Loan Answers. And he's just there to answer all the questions. You saw that today?
Yeah.
Dude, he's going to help me out a lot. And it's one of those things is like, as a veteran, doing your time, get what's coming to you, right? Like, I'm never the type of, I don't expect anything other than what is originally expected, right?
Yeah.
My fucking GI Bill, give me that shit, right? Let me use and me as the veteran needs to do the right thing by using it accordingly. Mm-hmm. Don't just fucking waste it, right?
Yeah.
And then not even that is like, if you have a disability claims, get your disability, fine, right? But I hate the type of person that's out there looking for the handout, right? Mm-hmm. Like, as well as I do, no one's gonna give you a fucking job because you're a veteran. No one gives two fucks about what you've done.
Especially in this day and age, people will see that
as a business owner. I personally will not hire anyone just because they're a fucking
I'm a veteran.
No, I'm gonna hire a dude that's fucking has the qualification. Not even that, but just shows me he fucking wants it.
The willingness, like if you're willing to work, then hey, you deserve. I don't even want to say deserve, but like you should get a job that you're willing to work your ass off for.
You have to fucking earn it.
Yeah.
Right. That's it. Like you have to earn it. Like I have a lot of veterans out there that are just like, I can't find a job. I'm like, you can. You know what I mean? Like,
it's really, how much do you want to go out there and get it?
Did you, if you needed to, like, if you were in a dire need for a job, you can get a job at McDonald's next week, Walmart, next week, right? But a lot of us like you, we want to do something that we're comfortable with. We want to do something that we're happy with. We want to do something that maybe has potential for a long-lasting career, you know, and you're not in dire need of a job. So it's like, you know, you're going to shop around and work your...
Yeah.
How many applications...
Play the market a little bit.
Yeah. How many applications have you probably sent out already?
Within the past month, I want to say maybe about 4.
Nice. That's good. Dude, when I got out of the military, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I got out of active duty in 2007. I was on... They have the terminal leave. So my actual date of release was July 17th, I believe it was, 2007. I got out in June, right? So I had that 30-something plus days of terminal leave. I could do whatever the fuck I want with.
Still getting paid.
Right, exactly. Still getting paid. So it was nice. It was what I needed as a family man to make sure I'm paying my bills. But I got out and thought, like, I forgot about all the extra amenities the military gave me, like active duty, like BAH, BAS, like shit like that I completely, it's gone, right? Medical insurance, fucking gone. So now I had to find a way to supplement all that income and still live just I mean, my rent, I believe, was only like $700 a month, which is great. But I had to fucking make that $700 on top of enough money to, feed multiple kids, myself, as well as buy me stuff for work. Like, it was a fucking mess, dude. And it's all because everyone told me about it. Like, I had higher NCOs like, hey, dude, it's gonna be tough. Here's the money. And they break it down like chalkboard. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna make it happen, right?
Keep trying to make me stay.
Yeah, keep trying to make me stay. But you know, in all actuality, it's like I wouldn't have changed anything. I still would have got out because I fucking wanted to get out. You know, it's just the time for me. But I guess I wish I knew how hard it was gonna be, because I had to go to school full time for the GI Bill and work full time just to fucking barely make it, and reserve. Like that extra $300 or whatever it was, $200 a month. Yeah. Plus the freaking GI Bill, plus the fucking work. All that was barely covering. Like, I was surviving and putting myself in debt every fucking month, and that was crazy hard, man. Like, I'm talking. You can look at my transcripts. I was doing almost 20-something hours in fucking school because I was trying to
maximize.
Trying to do it. Yeah, maximize it in a short amount of time. Trying to become a firefighter. At first, I started out trying to be a firefighter, but you can't just get out and be a firefighter. You know, I already had an EMT class under my belt, but I never passed the National Registry. Had to retake the EMT course. I took all these fire science courses, and then I'm dealing with getting out, needing a job right away, like something. I applied for probably 15 to 20 different places, right? Some places, when I got the call, I was like, you know what? I can do better. You know? Some places never called. I'm like, fuck, dude. First place I got a job was Cintas, right? I've told someone about it. It's like, it's just selling medical equipment. I fucking hated it. And right away I got into the prison system. So that's why I did the prison. It was the quickest way for $21 a month, and fucking awesome. But like, there was a lot of things against me, stacked against me. One, mentally, I fucking hurt me to hear that I did 4 years, was getting paid somewhere around whatever it was, and get out and fucking, I can't even come close to that with my fucking training, right? Like, I was an infantry dude. I didn't learn anything. I didn't get a certificate that counted in the civilian world. And so as doing that, and then also trying to go to school full time as a firefighter, it was a fucking mess, dude. Like, I can see how people struggle with it and how hard it is, you know. And somehow, you know, I think it's just got a good grace of my kids and wanting to make sure that they're good. I fucking was smoked. It was probably 2 years straight of just full-time school, full-time work, and just hoping to fucking God something fell through. Something happened. And when something... Dude, there was a point where I had my Fire 1 and 2 done. I had my fucking EMT done. All my classes, I'm thinking, dude, I'm in. Any fire department's going to want me. I applied for Tucson and fucking got it. And then they fucking hiring freezed. Yeah. And I about died. That's when you're like, all right, finally, and then boom, kick in the nuts.
That's the same thing that happened to me. I was taking the courses at ELAC, and I did everything at East LA College. And right after I got the certificate and everything, completed the courses, find out that LA Fire Department's going through the hiring freeze. And I was like, and it was about that time that I was like, well, you know what? Let me go talk to the recruiters. Yeah. And, you know, whole family's Marines. Mom went Marines, cousins, uncles.
Dude, here's a crazy thing. I want to get onto baseball right now since we're in LA. Oh. But on this story, Very similar. We'll segue into it with this. In junior college, I played for Glendale Community College my last season here in LA. Then I went to Kentucky. When I played in Glendale, we were the number 2 team in the state for the California Junior College World Series. And understand how it goes. Southern California has one. Northern California has a different one because it's a bigger whatever the fuck it is. But we were in... Oh, my goodness. I apologize. Those tacos from earlier.
Good push.
Yeah. So we're there. We're at the playoffs. And we're doing a Snapchat. So we're playing against Reseda Junior College. And I already at this time passed the LA City Fire Department test. Like the written test. Passed it. How? I don't fucking know. Like my parents were excited. They're like, holy shit, this fucking guy did it, right? Because I was failing every test in high school, everything in college. So I just went for it. Somehow I fucking passed. Enough to fucking get through. My dad was firefighter, LA City.
Yeah.
All his friends were like part of it. My dad's like, look, I can help you get through the oral board. You should be good to go. And then it's on you. And I'm like, all right, cool. I passed the fucking test at 18, 19 years old. I'm about to be a firefighter by 21. Like, dude, this is great. And then the oral interview was the same date as the playoffs in fucking junior college. Yeah, bro. And so then what I did, the dumbest thing ever, is I decided to go try my chance of being a professional baseball player. I went to the game. I pitched one of the games as a middle reliever. Did well, no issues. There were scouts there, not enough obviously to impress anyone, but I lost my opportunity of being a LA City firefighter, you know? And it's the craziest thing to me is like, man, it's one of those points in your life where there's a fork in the road and you choose which way you choose, right? If I went the fork in the road to going to the left to the fire department, I probably would have stayed in LA, been a firefighter, and that's probably all I ever would have done in my life, right? I would have done firefighting, lived a good life, who knows what, but I never would have done what I do now. And so it's crazy. Like the road I took is the road I was supposed to take. And it just, I've always thought about, that's one of those forks in my life that I chose one way and it forever changed the path of my life. You know, changed the path of my life. And so I'm speaking about baseball right now. We're in LA and today is Game 7.
Game 7.
And you're here with the Dodger jersey on right now.
Gotta represent.
I love it, dude. I almost brought mine, dude. I have my Kershaw jersey at the house. Dude, I have my LA poncho, my big old blue poncho. Yeah. I have that with me. I'm taking it today when we're going to head to Palm Down a little bit. But, dude, this is probably one of the most exciting baseball series I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, no doubt. Game 5.
Oh, dude, heartbreaking. Game 5 was heartbreaking. Game 6 was exciting. Game 4. All these games. Like what
the whole series in general.
Fucking nuts.
If it was any team but the Dodgers, it'd be an exciting series. But it's got the pucker factor up just because it's the Dodgers.
My heart this isn't good for my heart. Here's the thing. It's not. You know. Here's the thing about this, man. Here's what I'm seeing. I think the Dodgers are only losing because they're beating themselves.
Yes.
Small mistakes are leading to these big gaps.
They're letting it get to them.
Houston's amazing. You can't deny their offense is fucking unreal. Those guys have this emotional connection that is. It's very Dodgers have the same thing, but watching Houston, they can be in a hole and one guy hits, then the rest of them.
And it brings everybody up.
Fuck, dude, it's hits in bunches.
Yes.
And it's like holy, and you see it feeding them. I'm like, they're like monsters, dude. They go up there and it's like, and you can't throw them a fastball. You can't throw them a fastball because they're gonna fucking hit it.
Yeah, like Altuve. That guy,
insane. He scares me every time he comes up the bat because that dude, he is not much of a man, right? He was a small dude.
Yeah, he's. I think he's like 5'6".
Fucking amazing. He's one of those guys where like all the guys you played baseball with, you know, I played with a couple.
Fun of him,
right? And now look at him.
Picked him last.
This guy is. I have a buddy that reminds me of him. My buddy, his name is Rafael Arroyo. We played. He was a small catcher. Dude was great though. Like size didn't mean shit to this motherfucker. He was amazing. You know, and I think size hinders a lot of people in the pros because the scouts want to see someone massive.
They want to see like the guy that you're gonna put on that some kid has plastered up on their wall, and
someone larger than life.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you have Altuve, who's this little dude with the bigger heart than
whopping power.
Dude, it's crazy.
And don't get me wrong, like, you know. we sit at the house and we're just like, every time he comes up to bat, just trash talking.
Fuck
this
him.
guy.
Yeah,
like,
but dude,
he's not LA. But this guy,
he's great.
I'm not gonna deny this dude. Probably MVP material. He's doing good enough to put himself there.
I agree. I think I see the same thing. You know, it's another exciting thing. How about let's go to the Dodgers?
Oh,
dude, bro, the team is so fun to watch.
Yes,
the team is so fun to watch. I think what Bellinger's doing as a rookie is one of the most impressive things I've seen. I mean, it's very Derek Jeter-esque. Mm-hmm. Derek Jeter in the playoffs in his rookie years was dude, his first 3 seasons just, it's like, how does someone that young and fresh in the game be that impactful? Fucking amazing to watch. I just think about the mental strength it takes to ignore the fucking crowd, to ignore your first season in the majors, ignore the talent that you're now facing, and still come through in the clutch. Holy fucking balls, dude.
He's definitely
great.
Yeah.
He's great. Freaking Hernandez is great. That dude, the 3 home runs in 1 game. Get the fuck out of here.
My girlfriend. Don't even get me
She loves him. He's Puerto Rican, though.
Yeah. And she's like, oh my God, Daddy. I was like,
what's his first name?
Geeke.
Geeke's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Who's the shortstop? What's his name?
Freaking.
What's an S? Damn it. I don't fuck.
Seager.
Seager's dope too. There's a cool story on Seager on you can find online. It talks about him getting pulled up and everything, and he actually spent some time, I believe, with Bellinger as well in his career.
Like I'd heard something about that.
Yeah, they've crossed paths, and so it's great to see them. They're both excited about seeing how it's all going. So, freaking amazing team, dude. And then you have right fielder, freaking dude. I can't Puig. You have Puig now, not in fear of just being targeted.
Yeah.
You can't target him because you also got JT. Mm-hmm. You know? You can't target anyone, which makes the game better for the hitters. It makes the game better for the team, where a pitcher can't pitch around a motherfucker because everyone's just as deadly. And then this pinch hitter, who the fuck is this dude? Johnson? What's his name?
Peterson.
Peterson. Is it Peterson?
I don't know.
Whatever the fuck that cat's name. The lefty. 3 home runs so far in this fucking... What the fuck? That dude is dope.
Just
is it
like
Jock? Is it Jock Peterson?
Yeah, Jock Peterson.
Fucking dude is dope, man. I don't even know who the fuck that is, dude. I'm like watching, like, who's this fucking dude? He hits like a monster.
The whole team, just the way that, the same way as Astros are.
Right.
It's this year. This hashtag this team.
Yeah.
Is definitely a force to be reckoned with because it's giving such an exciting series.
Dude, what's hashtag this team?
Yeah, it's like
what is that? Is that the saying? Is that the Dodgers saying?
Yeah, that's their thing. It's hashtag this team.
I fucking love it, dude. The craziest thing is, like, I feel like this season of baseball, this World Series is bringing back the love of the game.
Yes.
You're seeing what baseball is. It's not this boring thing that people talk about. It's not
it's
this.
Just like,
people always say, like, I don't like baseball. It's boring. Like, fuck you, dude. If you understood the game, there's so much strategic options you have as a coach, as a player, as a pitcher. Like, it's exciting. It's so many different levels of the game that when people don't understand it, it's like, cool, bro, you're missing out on one of the most exciting, difficult fucking sports there is.
Especially now at this time when NFL is taking a back seat to America's sports.
Oh, dude. I don't even watch football anymore, bro.
Right?
And I can give 2 fucks about it, right? Like, it is what it is. The game of baseball, it's always been the America's pastime, and I believe
America's pastime.
And I think it's going to continue to be. And I think this season has just
brought back the love for baseball.
It woke in the crowd, dude. It's exciting, and it's fun to see LA baseball. LA baseball, it's fun to see finally, after all these years of being fans, of being dedicated to our team. The team in the past few years has been exciting to watch, but now we're in the playoffs, and for me, we're in the World Series, and it's like, what a feeling. Like,
I mean, this is the first time in, like, I don't know how many years that the Dodgers have been in a Game 7 at home.
Bro, insane.
I think, I want to say it's the first. I'm not sure.
You're probably right. I don't know the history too much.
It's 29 years since the last World Series.
Dude, I was at a game. Check this out. Remember that game with Kirk Gibson hit that home run against off Dennis Eckersley? That was somewhere in the playoffs. I think it was Game 3 of the playoffs or something like that. Yep. Yes, in the famous fist pump round of the bases, right? So anyone who doesn't know that story, go check it out. It's pretty interesting. I don't know full details of it. I just know that Kirk Gibson was on the disabled list. He decided to get pulled off of the disabled list to have an attempt to get up to bat.
That's why he was hobbling in after that home run.
And it was fucking, I believe it was 2 outs. The Dodgers needed a home run to fucking pretty much win the game. Fucking Kirk Gibson comes up to bat, hitting off of Dennis Eckersley. Dennis Eckersley at the time was one of the scariest closers of the game. He had this submariner pitch from down under, just wild as fuck, right? And Kirk Gibson takes a swing and fucking hits it out. And it's one of the most memorable fucking videos. In baseball. In Dodger history. And it's the same time when you had Fernando Valenzuela was for guys like me and you, his Latin Americans, he was the first Mexican American superstar in baseball. Before him there was other Latin Americans, guys like Roberto Clemente was a big name back in the day, but for an LA Mexican, Fernando Valenzuela was the icon of our time.
Like he brought a lot of pride to the ravine.
He did. And he was a special dude. And so all that time, I actually sat next to a couple years later when I was a kid, after the World Series then, and they said that they were at that game when Kirk Gibson hit it out. They were in the parking lot because the Dodgers were losing. And they fucking got in their car and they were leaving as they heard the crack of the bat and the crowd going, yeah! And they fucking missed it, dude. They were at the game in one of the most iconic moments in baseball, and they fucking were in the parking lot.
I don't care if you're like, if you're leaving because the team's losing. Wrong answer,
dude. Just fucking sit there and finish the game.
You paid for it. You watch it.
They'll never do that again in their life.
I don't think anybody will.
No. So the last thing I want to leave off with, because we're reading an hour. Oh, my sister's phone's ringing. Shit's going crazy. I'm getting text messages. This fucking phone. You see, but it's all good. So have you ever seen the movie called Long Shot? It's on Netflix. Excuse the phone ringing, guys. I'm sorry.
Long Shot. I don't believe I have.
All right. So I'm gonna say this.
Homework today.
Yes. If you're got Netflix, I have no ties to this fucking movie. It's just the fact that it talks about the Dodgers. And it's a local dude from North Hollywood. The story is one of the best fucking documentaries I have seen. It had me angry. It had me excited. I don't want to give up any of the information on this because if I say anything, it'll ruin it for people. If you are listening to this podcast, I recommend you take 45 minutes out of your fucking day and watch The Long Shot. Long Shot on Netflix. It is a fucking dope-ass fucking documentary. Holy shit. Well, again, Steve, I want to just thank you for, for answering the call, bro. That's what Drinkin Bros do.
Thank you for having me over.
Of course, man. And so, Steve's down here in Southern California in the San Fernando Valley area. If anyone knows of a job that they would be interested to offer Steve, hit me up on Vinny Rock Instagram or Facebook, and we'll get the message over to Steve. Steve is a veteran. Steve is a motorcycle avid rider.
Oh, yeah.
And just an all-around good fucking dude, man. So, again, I thank you for your time. Anything else you want to give a shout-out to anyone?
Shout out to everybody, all the listeners, Drinkin Bros, SoCal especially.
The Drinkin Bros SoCal is just such a good group of people.
Shit, America,
motherfucker.
Go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers. All right, guys, you guys have fun, and thanks for listening. Bye.
I did it.